Hey y'all, it's your girl Jewel. I'm back with another YouTube tutorial and I am gonna be showing you how I apply my wig. I'm gonna be reapplying my wig that I got for Christmas. It is called the Eben 20-inch Ocean Wave, I believe. Yeah, it's the Ocean Wave wig. Lace in the front, lace in the rear. It's very, very comfortable, very durable. I have even washed it a few times. But now I'm just going to show you guys how I apply mine. First, as you all know, you can clearly see I'm wearing makeup. I'm going to have to just clean some of this up, take some of this off. But before I even get into that, let me show you some of the things that I will be using. Wig cap, you can get this from your local beauty supply store for $1. I'm not sure, in certain states it might be more, but for us it's just $1 here in Maryland. Baltimore, Maryland. I'm gonna be using the Got2b Glue Ultra Glue, the black bottle, just to lay my cap down, give it some pizzazz, give it some jazz. The Got2b Glue Freeze Sprays for some extra protection. My 91% alcohol to clean up any messes or spills, as well as my new feature product, the Chic Bond. This is made, well, it's created by Salon Pro 32nd. This glue is amazing. Believe me when I tell you this, amazing. This brown one is actually for extreme hold, and it is ideal for oily skin and oily scalp and just people with sensitive skin. This one is really good. Now, the premium is good in itself as well. I use them both. I flip-flop between the two. To me personally, I have sensitive skin. I haven't had any breakouts or anything. This does not even have a smell. Neither one of them do. Most of the ones that I've tried, like the Bold Hold, the Safe Grip, they all had like that Elmer's school glue kind of smell. I don't know what that was. It stinks. I've tried many different glues. You can see that from my Instagram page, like a year, 2 years into it. It's just a lot of glue. And the one that I actually like the best, and I will say this so far, the best, because I was able to get in the shower with it and got rained on and my wig never slipped off, it was the B&B Super Lace Glue. So just in case anything, or I need some extra protection in the back when I glue it down, I always love, and this is what I use on most of my customers as well, B&B Super Lace Glue. You can find it for like $7.99, $8.99 at your local beauty supply. My little cute baby shears. They're so cute. I love them. As well as a little bit of pressing powder to make sure that everything looks good. Instead of using my finger and retro combs and all this other stuff with sticks, they're going to save you a lot of trouble and a lot of stickiness. You can avoid a lot of things with the sticks. So without further ado, let's get into this video. And please do not laugh at my little Meek Mill braids up under here. It's just, this is what I'm working with. This is what I'm working with. Yes, I know, the struggle. I had some on my hair. I'm not washing my hair just yet. It's too soon, as well as it's too early, because I like to change my wigs. Anyone who knows me knows I will change wigs at least 4 to 5 times a week. So I really don't like to glue it down as much as I used to, but this wig, since it's such good quality, I have to glue it down. And I have to show you guys so that y'all can see my tricks and tips. First and foremost, let me go ahead by wiping off some of this makeup at the top of the forehead and around my ears so that I can get a nice good hold. All of this right here, don't worry, I'm going to get into all of that and how we slide that hair back. And don't worry, guys, if I look down, it's only because I'm looking in the mirror that I have sitting in front of me, so I can see what I'm doing and how I want this wig to look. And make sure that you clean your head really, really well, or else it won't hold as good as it should. And another thing, if y'all want to see how it's done completely right, just know that this video is going to take a while. It's not going to be one of them quick sped up videos. I want you to really see what you need to do in order to create the look that you're going for. Now, that being said, you must start with your foundation. Your foundation is everything, meaning that your cap must be laid to perfection. You cannot have any excess hanging out, none of that. Like, perfection takes time. This is not a sped up video. You see this? All makeup. Got to make sure that you clean it, especially the sides. Many ladies have problems with laying down their sides. It looks too runny, it looks too greasy, it's not holding how it should. You need to wipe off that makeup. Now, what I did find with the Got2b glue, the Ultra Glue, I don't really like using it too much on my caps, like underneath and all that, because it takes so long for it to dry. But because I got my good professional blow dryer, I'm gonna be able to do that for y'all. As you see, I'm going in just on the sides, the very edge of my head, like the little baby hairs and whatnot, because my hair was already braided up and it was already glued down before. I just popped that wig off so that I could show y'all how I put on this one. Take a nice amount of glue. Not too much. We don't want it looking super runny. Just enough. Nice amounts of glue. And because certain parts of my hairline is a little low, I have to bring mine down a little bit far. Like this whole little patch of hair right here that you see, even though it's partially braided, I have new growth. So you have to bring that in and you need to slick it back. Like you need to slick it down like boom. You just got that fresh perm. Them edges look good. That's what you need to do. Okay. Now that that's done, I will say I watched this particular technique on Glamazonte's page, as well as I Am Erica J. When you bring it down, instead of doing it how we used to, and you know the size of the cap will come up, we like to poke little holes in there. Just a little tiny hole. I don't have my eyebrow ultra, so I'm going to use my little cute scissors. Pull your ear out. Look at that. Pull your ear out. Curve that cap. Make that cap look like it is waiting. Waiting for your hair to grow out of it. Nice little hole. Pull that ear out. Curve it. Once you have your ears out and they are curved the cap is curved to how your ears are shaped, you need to go ahead back in with it and do your Got to Be Glue Free spray. And just keep in mind, all of this is going to get cut, so you don't want it to drip all the way down here or anything. You have to remember, I am a human. I have a forehead. My forehead must show. And if you are a woman with a particularly larger forehead that wants their cap brought down, their wig brought down some, it's fine, but you're still going to have to cut it a little bit. So what I personally like to do is I like to spray it all over. I'm trying to debate if I want to glue down the back for this video, but I think I'll just do the front. Either way, I still like to show y'all all of the steps. Now, while that's setting in, what I like to do is I like to go in get everything set up, bring my blow dryer down to accommodate my size. Yeah, I know. Don't judge me. Some dry it on cool, some dry it on hot. Me, myself personally, I like to dry it on warm. And you just sit and you wait for it to get hard. I'll show you what I'm talking about in a few minutes. I know this is completely off topic, but I just feel like I should address it. I know everyone has their own type of backdrop and layout, but since it was snowing and the snow was coming yesterday, I knew I wasn't going to be able to make it to the fabric store. Yes, I said fabric store. No, I do not have money for a green screen at the moment, but that's coming in a few months. You got to start small and dream big. So I said, what is the prettiest backdrop in my house? I have a gorgeous picture of Marilyn Monroe, but I'm like, that's showing y'all too far into the house. So it's like, okay, you got a mirror, a big mirror on the wall, but I'm like, that's kind of vain. And then with the lighting, I didn't want anything bouncing off or reflecting. So I'm like, I just want to spread positive vibes, right? Positive vibes, love, everything. So what better place than my love wall? It's a pretty backdrop. It's family, friends, pets, just all the things that I love. So this was a pretty backdrop to use just to start off. And yeah, it's working for me. I think it's cute. And this blow dryer is actually the self blow dryer, the professional blow dryer by Lava. It's really good. Found it for Christmas. It was a Christmas gift. Super happy about it. Now I can come make my videos and do my clients' head without ever having to just use the regular blow dryer. No. Crispy edges. Sit under the good blow dryer. Hey. Hey. Now back to my wig. My wig was $299 at Wig Warehouse on Route 40, Baltimore National Pike. If you're in the Baltimore, Maryland area, or even if you're in the DMV, it's 5224 Baltimore National Pike. And they're having a sale. Buy one, get one 50% off for the whole month of January. They don't have an online site. However, they do have the Facebook page, Wig Warehouse, Route 40. You can find some pretty nice stuff. And they also give you layaway. So if you can't pay for it all the way up front, they'll take 20% down. And then you just pay in installments for a month until you can get your wigs off. I like the installment and the layaway plan because that's how I had to pay for my wig. I didn't have the money just to outright buy it. But I paid in my little installment plan. And I was able to get some really, really good hair. The wig was looking a little jacked up at first. But I was like, you know what? Don't worry. That's nothing that a little bleach here can't fix. A little pressing powder there. A little plucking there. But I didn't have to pluck it as much as I thought I would. The most I did was cut some baby hairs into it. And peeled out just a little bit of hair. But because it's a grade... What grade is it? I think it's a grade 10. It's kind of really fine. And grade 10, I noticed the higher that you get in the grades of hair, the better quality of hair. It feels a lot more finer. So it's like I don't want too much plucking or anything going on because I don't want shedding. I haven't experienced really bad shedding with this. I've experienced a little bit of shedding. But that was only in the back where I cut it at. I did make a mistake and I cut it a little bit too close. But as far as quality, it's really, really good. I'm going to show you what it looked like in its natural state. I washed it, I let it air dry, but I didn't put any extra oil or any other products on it. I felt as though there was no need for any of that. So, she'll be fine. She'll be fine. Let's see. Okay. We're getting there. Just need to do these sides. That's what I like. I like to hear that crispy, crunchy sound. That way I know it's dry. I'm just going to go in. Normally I take my 3D powder. So that's what I'm going to stick with in this video. side has been completed. You're going to take your scissors and you're going to get to cutting. And since I've done this so many times on myself, I really don't need to measure it out or really need to look. But for newbies, if you don't know where your hairline is at underneath the cap, hold out before you put on your makeup. Look at where that hairline is and think about where you want yours to be. And then you will cut where you want it to be. For some people, they'll make a mistake and they might end up cutting their hair. But that's also too why I use the Got2b glue underneath just to slide those hair back. But if you have really fine hair that comes up easy and nothing can hold it down, you really do want to be careful and watch what you're doing. Because if you don't, it's going to be a nightmare if you make a mistake and cut right at your hairline. And what I'm doing is I'm going over the cap and I'm cutting out any like scruggly corners. If you can't see, that's a good thing. But because I'm sitting right in front of a mirror, I can sort of see it and I want it to lay like perfect. I want it to lay completely perfect. If not, you'll have that rolled up stocking cap thing going on underneath and I don't want that. I don't want that at all. As you can see, some spots are a little bit lighter, but hey, that doesn't matter. As long as you put on your wig and it won't show through, you'll be fine. Now, as far as the excess cap, either you can keep it, you can leave it, or whatever. I like to cut a little bit off because I know how my wig fits. My wig fits to a T, so in the back, I know anything like this will not be showing once I put that wig cap on. This is where we're at, and this concludes part one. Part one. This is going to be a two-part series. due to the fact that I'm running out of space in my camera and I need this. Honey, I need this. I need this. This is part 1. Bald cap. Bald cap. I look bald. And that's the name of the game, to look bald. And any little scragglies that I have that may be showing, what I like to do is I like to go back in and I like to color it. I don't want the color to look off. I need it to look all the way right. So any light spots that I see, I'm going around. And I'm shading it in. And I like the way how I cut this cat. It wasn't a smooth line straight across. It actually layers, and it looks crazy right now, but I'm telling you, this is perfection on my end. Now, what I will say is I like to pay attention. You see how this side goes back a little bit more than this side? We're going to have to cut just a tad bit more to make sure that them corners equal up. I don't know, guys, my mom, she gave me like a boy-shaped hairline. So I have that little deep thing going on right here. But when I put on my wigs, you'll never know. I have hair right there. It just look like I got a sharp cut. It look like I got a sharp fade cut. Boyish cuts. No, baby. No. Like, no, mom. No, mom. I don't want to look like that. And we just go back in and we fill all of that in. And we take off a little bit more. Now, this concludes part 1 of my bald. Woo! Hey, that's enough. This concludes part 1 of applying my wig. You see how I laid my foundation. You heard about my love wall backdrop. And you gotta stay tuned for part 2. If you like this video, please like, comment, share, subscribe. New content. Consistent content all 2019.